Right. Right. Okay. So I decided to make this small introductory video regarding what's going to happen tomorrow. So as you know, I'm going to be conducting a free seminar that's going to cover the biology part in your O-level biology syllabus, right? So I'm Chirat Ishwarage, and I have A-level biology teaching experience for the past 4 to 5 years, right? So with that knowledge, I have come to understood that ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ O-level paper එක ගත්තොත්, if you take your O-level paper, out of the 40 MCQs, 15 to 16 MCQs are from the biology sections. So roughly you can say about 40% of the paper is bio-related, right? And also two structure diseases are from bio. So with that sort of weight, the proper understanding, or let's say this sort of final days are important, especially to sort of take the bio theory parts into your short-term memory. I mean, short-term memory means like the amount of knowledge, particularly in the bio subject, that you can take to the exam by studying very close to the exam is high, because physics and chemistry are sort of, let's say, they are sort of practical ගණන් හදන්න තියෙන subjects, but biology is a pure theoretical subject. Theory එක පාඩම් කරලා ගියොත් ඔයගලන්ට maximum mark එක ගන්න පුළුවන්. So that's why I'm going to be conducting two seminars. Seminars will be conducted on 2 days. The first seminar will be tomorrow and the other one next week. So tomorrow I'm going to cover your sort of, let's say, difficult to understand, also the content heavy part in your grade 10 syllabus, that is reproduction, plant and human reproduction, and also the genetics part, inheritance. So I'm going to be giving you a PDF that will have diagrams that you can sort of label yourself, and also make a small note on the side, and I'll be giving you sort of, in that same PDF there's going to be fill in the blanks, question and answers, that sort of as a final revision work that you can do for the bio subject, right? So I'm going to be doing it in a sort of interactive way with using certain softwares, right? For example, if I am going to explain the female reproductive system, right, I can use this sort of 3 software to give you a sort of nice understanding, right? So if you take the female reproductive system, and I'll remove the digestive system from this view, because you don't need. This is the sort of the lower part of the digestive system that is sort of blinking in blue color here. That is the last part of the digestive system. They are rectum and finally the anus, right? So those things we don't need for studying the female reproductive system. So I'll remove that, and I'll remove some of these muscles that are associated with the female reproductive system, right? And some of these ligaments, then we can come to a nice simplified view of the female reproductive system with some of the bony supportive structures, right? Bone supportive structures. I'll remove the bones as well, because that's going to complicate the view. So here we have a nice simplified view. So what's still remaining that is not related to the female reproductive system is actually this, your urine bag, the urinary bladder. නේද? So urinary bladder එකත් අපි එහෙම shape එකේ අයින් කරමු. Right? So you can see the urinary bladder is inside is like this. So urinary bladder එකට උඩින් who's supplying or filling the urinary bladder with urine, මෙන්න මේ උඩ ඉන්න දෙන්න. Right? So I'm just showing you, right? උඩින් ඉන්නවා. Who is this? Who are these two people? These are your two kidneys, right? So we don't need those. අපි පල්ලෙහාට ඇවිල්ලා, right? So kidneys are sending urine to the bladder through these two tubes that are called what? Your two ureters. These are your ureters. Okay, these are your ureters. So if you come down here again, because I'm going to just quickly tell you the sort of basic idea of the female reproductive system, the internal and external organs, right? So let's remove the urethra and the sort of the entire urine making part. Now we can see the female external reproductive organs, right? Some of these things are not in your syllabus, so I'll remove. Some of these structures that are not in your syllabus, I'll remove, right? So now you can see a nice basic structure. If you go from outside to inside, this is the opening of the female reproductive system to the outside, called the vulva, vulval opening, right? Vulval opening කියනදලා අපිට තියෙනවා muscular canal එකක්. We have a muscular canal that is extending upwards. Now in blue color, this is the vagina, right? Vagina එක කොහොම ගිහිල්ලා connect වෙනවා to the place where the baby grow. Once a female is pregnant, the baby grows in the uterus. So uterus has actually three parts. If I remove this vagina, you can see the lower part of the uterus. මේවා. uterus එකේ යට part එකට අපි කියනවා cervix එක කියලා. gap ගෙල කියලා කියනවා සිංහල. Cervix එක cervix is one of the parts of the uterus. Then we have the body of the uterus, right? This is the body of the uterus. This sort of the middle part. There's the right side and there's the left side. And these two tubes, අපි නිකන් මේ දවස්වල අපේ politically important part of the female reproductive system, right? Fallopian tubes. Right? Fallopian tubes දෙකක් තියෙනවා. We have two fallopian tubes in the female system. Two fallopian tubes are connected to the uterus at this place. That is called the fundus, right? Fundus of the uterus is the place where the two fallopian tubes are connecting to the uterus, right? Then at the other end, we have this finger-like projections. Angly වගේ තියෙනවා. Those are called fimbria of the fallopian tube. So the fimbria of the fallopian tube will collect the released ovum from the ovary. When the ovum is released from the ovary, this fimbria will collect the egg, and the egg will travel through the fallopian tube into the uterus. So if we take a cross section of the uterus, it's a very nice, muscular, thick. The wall is composed of smooth muscle and it is thick, right? Then what I can show you is sort of a bit of an internal structure of the female gonad. What is the female gonad? Main reproductive, let's say, organ. That is the ovary, right? So ovary, I can show you here. This is a rough cross section, but if I have another view of this, right, of the ovary, මෙහෙම ගමු අපි ovary, right? So this is our uterus. මේ side එකේ තියෙන මේ ඉන්න uterus එක. මෙහෙම fallopian tube එක වෙලා මේ ඉන්න fimbria ටික, right? This is a nice sliced cross section of the ovary. So ovary has two parts, outer cortex and an inner medulla. So this outer part, the blue color is the cortex, and the middle where you have the ovarian follicles is the inner medulla. Medulla, as you can see, there are ovarian follicles in several stages of let's say development, and at the end they are going to rupture, right? අන්තිමට එකක් පුපුරලා rupture වෙලා it's going to release මේම ලස්සන්ට it's going to release a ovum. Okay, that ovum will be collected by the fimbria of the fallopian tube and it will be transported to the uterus, right? So this is the basic idea. So this sort of I can give you this sort of a visual understanding while covering the content in your textbook in a very short seminar, right? In short, but I'm going to cover a lot of content. So I will try my best to give you the most effective use of your time. So join tomorrow 5 p.m. and we'll go until about 9 p.m. and the recording will be also be available, but try to join live, right? And the PDF I will be sending to the group, and join our WhatsApp channel for continuous updates and also the recordings. Right. See you tomorrow.